this session is over. Please, there should be no movement, no noise, absolutely none. Be as free as possible. Let your 2 feet be planted right on the floor. I want you to close your eyes. I said nobody comes in. That's what I said. I want you to open your palms. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Take another deep breath in. And breathe out. I want you to gradually close your eyes. Take another deep breath in. I want you to say, today, I have conquered my fears. Be as gentle and as slow as possible when you speak. I walk and operate in divine power. I have a sound mind. Take another deep breath in. Fill your lungs with air. Breathe out through your nostrils. Breathe in again deeply. Breathe out through your nostrils. Take another deep breath in. As you sit there, you are in communion with God and with your future. You will notice that there are several thoughts racing across your mind. Acknowledge those thoughts. Stop being bothered about them. Accept all the or suggestions in your mind. They are not distractions. They are simply the natural. All you need at this moment is to sit right there. In this very moment. And feel your gaze on your 2024. A goal, a dream, an expectation. Give it a name. And see it in your mind's eyes. Let it be a God-sized goal. If you have given the goal a name, if you have seen it already, again I want you to say, today, I have conquered my fears. I walk and operate in divine power. I have a sound mind. Your mind is probably jumping from one thought onto another. It is normal. Stop worrying about your racing mind. Just focus on your breath. Listen to your breath as it goes in and out. It is the testimony of the divine life that flows in you. After God created man, he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. What you feel in your nostrils is life. The capacity to achieve your 2024 goals, to live out your dream, it is God's divine energy. Feel the energy of your breath as it pushes out your fear and fills you with power. Focus your thought and attention on that thought or goal. Release your joy into that goal. Focus on your ability to succeed in it. Listen to your breathing in and out as God's energy refilling you. Follow the breath out as you releasing your energy into your 2024 to rejoice and be glad. See God taking your hand, walking you into the new year. See yourself carried by grace and mercy to achieve all that you desire and get to the place that you deserve to be. Right now, place your hand on your tummy. Feel the rising and the descending of your stomach wall. As you breathe in and out, let that remind you that God is at work in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasures. As you feel the rising and falling of your stomach wall, let it remind you that you are now filled with energy and ability. You are empowered to go and succeed. See yourself filled with gladness and rejoicing at the end of 2024 because you made it. You made it big. You made it big time. Take another deep breath in. Hold it until I count to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through your mouth. Breathe in again, gently and deeply. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out through your nostrils. Take another deep breath in. Fill your lungs with air. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out through your mouth. You are now set, packaged, prepared. Take that journey. Take that journey. Because it is possible. As I count down to 0, beginning from 10, at number 5, begin to gradually open your eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Begin to gradually open your eyes. 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome to a new year. Welcome to a new season. Okay. Though we had so much noise in that session, there were several movements of legs, people belching, coughing, so much noise. But if I may ask, what did you see? What did you feel? What did you experience during that session? In case you are joining my class for the first time, Let me sound a note of warning. In my master classes, once I start, I lock the door. I practically lock the door. No one comes in. You are expected to have been seated 5 minutes before time. That's my rule. Nobody walks in once I start. I allowed it because maybe it's a free master class. But if it's paid for, my rules are unbending. I literally lock my clients out. They paid for it. I don't refund the money. That is my rule, so that you understand that in case of another time. So, what did you feel? What did you experience during that short meditation time? You felt relief, which means you had a bit of anxiety. That was why you felt relief. And then you are now confident. Your 2 words showed that you had a bit of anxiety. Yeah. I like that. You were actually carrying weight, maybe Christmas weight. Which cloth do I buy for my wife at this being her first Christmas in my house? Yes, sir. All right. It was really bright. Okay. Who else, if any? Yes, ma'am. You were really focused, which means you locked in your mind, which is beautiful. Any other? Yes, sir. You felt calm. So it means one thing with meditation is, depending on what we target it on, and my target actually this morning was to target anxieties. And so I've achieved my goal by targeting anxieties. Just to say this, because there are several of us who are Christians, meditation is a powerful tool. I mean, a very powerful tool. I use a lot of it. I write a lot of meditation scripts for myself. I make use of it. I make use of them for my clients. And Christians demonize everything. The truth is that what you are ignorant about is what you demonize. So, and I have been practicing meditation for God knows when. And it's a very mind-blowing tool. I have to prepare you in advance with this, because by the time we get to goal setting, one tool we will use is visualization. And at that point, we will go into a visualization meditation session. So I need to prepare you in advance for that journey, because that may take about 30 minutes or 20 minutes when we go into that session. So, Christians are so noisy these days that we think that being quiet is a lack of power. Power comes a lot from quietness. So yesterday, we began our journey by looking at our life wheel. And let's remind ourselves again of what our will was like. Okay, let's start from the right today. You know, power resides at the right hand of God. The right hand of the Lord does valiantly. Exactly. So let's start from here. Our will. Yes. Sit down, sit down. Yes, what was your will? It was unsatisfying. Okay? Your will. Tell us what you told us yesterday. Have you forgotten? You've forgotten what your will was. So easily. How then do you set your goal? If you've forgotten what your will was looking like yesterday. I asked you to write it down, so check your workbook. I'm sure you wrote it down. Yes, your will. We still remember that that's what your will looks like. Your will. Structing. Stock. She has packaged. Your will. Frustrating. Discouraging. Unsafe. You missed that part. You need to do that. Immovable. Frustrating. Immovable. Slow. Immovable. So many immovable wheels. Bake cake. We already have a word for it. So there is no evil wobbling anything. Yes, sir, your will. Unsatisfying. Excruciating. Discouraging. Immovable. So, having seen and understood the nature of our wills, I'm sure that kept several of us thinking yesterday. So, I have been driving my car with this wheel. No wonder I am stuck and not able to go anywhere. And as Christians, you know, almost anything that happens to us is the devil. We always have an excuse, it's the devil. And I made a joke to someone. I said, sometimes when we say it's the devil will just appear before God. Say, but I know sir they do bad things. But this one, no be me. No be me. You now see why you've been struggling to move, but your will is immovable. You now see why you have so much fears and uncertainty, because your will is unsafe. And your driving is dangerous. So we decided to embark on a journey of transformation. And I gave us 5 keys. 5 keys for self-transformation. What's the first key? I wasn't expecting you to look at your book. Patterns. So the first key is to identify patterns. And we refer to patterns as habits, behaviors, and what? And thoughts. Once you are able to identify those, you will then be able to conquer them. What's the second key? Choices. Choices. We noted that for you to embark on your journey of transformation, you must make choices. And every day we are faced with 35,000 choices. Every day. And we have to decide where to go, what to eat, what to wear, and so on and so forth. And what affects us in making the right choice is usually the mindset of preference. That you prefer something doesn't mean it is the best. It's just that that is what you are more comfortable with. But that you are comfortable with it does not mean that it will give you the right result. So we should learn to make the right choice even when it is not our preference. All right? What's the third key? Yes, you create an identity. You create an identity. And we noted that your identity is the perception of who you are, the qualities that make up your life. And so many things impact on your identity that they become imprinted in your mind. Because your identity is what drives your behavior. Your identity is what drives your action. Your identity is what drives your choices. So once you are able to create the right identity about yourself, for yourself, you are on a road to setting the best goal for your life. And we will dwell a lot on that today by knowing how we can expand our identity. So what's the fourth key? Okay. Break, but I like to call it crush your limiting beliefs. I offer a whole master class of 2 days on crushing limiting beliefs. 2 full days. That's all we do. That's one of my signature coaching programs, crushing limiting beliefs. So, we carry certain beliefs within us that run our lives. They are like computer programs running in the background. You know, some of us, we often say that, I buy data yesterday, but after data don't go, there are programs that are being refreshed in the background. Computer guru is here. So, Fuluka is a world-class computer scientist. So, Fuluka, if I'm not using the right terms, please help me use the right terms. So, there are sometimes programs that run in the background. True or false? Are we sometimes aware, even when our systems are on, that these programs are running? We are not. But the programs are running and directing whatever goes on. That's what happens to us with limiting beliefs. They have been installed. Some of them were installed at childhood. Some were installed by our parents, by our colleagues. In fact, we installed some by ourselves. And they have been driving our lives. One limiting belief that drove me for a long time was that apart from my mom, there is no good woman. I was afraid of anybody who was a girl. Because girls tortured me in primary school. I mean torture. My parents had warned me that if they hear that I quarrel or fight in school. So, in class, I was always quiet. And I had this troublesome girl that they put on the same seat with me. You know, in those days, you use one table, but there are 2 seats. So you have to take ruler and divide the table. How many of you did that in primary school? Good. If your book crosses the line to my side, it's trouble. And they were twin sisters, Mary and Anne, tormented me. So I made up my mind that, you know what? Girls are not good. Girls are not good. So I avoided girls all my life. Until finally I got married to a girl. And the program was running in the background and I wasn't aware. Until April 1997, That's about 5 months after we got married. I got into an argument with my wife. And all of a sudden, I realized that, yes, this is who girls are. That is what they do. Dominate boys and try to impose themselves over boys. And I had made up my mind that no girl would dominate me ever in my life. So I had raised my hand to slap her because that was the way I could assert myself. When I heard her scream, when she screamed, I saw terror in her eyes. And what I heard was, "You want to slap me?" It was then I turned and I saw that my hand was actually up. I wasn't aware. So I brought down my hand, left her, and started crying. I went upstairs. I just lived upstairs that day and cried all through that day. So I started asking myself, what happened? What happened? What happened? How? Me? How? Me? It was that day I pieced it together. Mary and Ann, we are still running my programs. After how many years? Limiting beliefs. What's the last key? Expand your mind. Expand your mind. Some of us, our minds are too small. You need to increase it. You need to enlarge it. The truth is that you cannot receive anything that your mind doesn't have the capacity to contain. Whatever you receive is what your mind can contain. So look at your life and ask yourself, what is it that is stopping me from being bigger than I am? It is your mind. It is your mind. So, having seen these keys, it is important then for us to go ahead to expand our identity. Because your identity is what controls your mind. So, let us expand our identity. But if I may ask, what is identity? What is identity? The only way I can answer it is by asking you to please listen to this. Just a minute, something has gone wrong. No, it's okay. think it's a power issue. Ashim, please come and okay, it's coming on. I think it's a power issue. Go and get the adapter inside the laptop bag. So sorry, the power outlet we placed it on wasn't working and didn't know that. Sorry for the break in transmission. It was due to human error. So to answer the question of identity, let's take a listen.
Father is waiting. must take your place in the circle of life. I can't. You must remember who you are, the one true king. I'm sorry. I don't know how to be like you. As king, I was most proud of one thing: having you as my son. That was a long time ago. No, Simba. That is forever. Please, don't leave me, Dad. I never left you. I never will. Remember who you are. Remember. And so, I ask again, who are you? I am Simba, son of Mufasa.
What is identity? What is identity? Who you are. Okay. Identity, who you are. Okay. Yes, what is identity? Who you truly, not just who you are, truly. Okay. So there is a falsely. What is identity? Who you are and what you are capable of doing. What is identity? What is identity? Your what? Identity is your true nature, which means there is a false nature. What is identity? All right, before we get to defining it, let's do a little mind mapping. Identity mapping. I want you to fill out these statements. And each one of them should be 3 statements. I was. Your past stories or your past experiences. I was. Your identity created by past stories or past experiences. I was. Then I am. How do you perceive yourself now? Don't hype yourself. Say it exactly the way it is. 3 statements. I am, write it. I am fearful. I am whatever. What's your belief? What do I believe? Statements of belief. The things that you say. What is it that you say? I believe that money is better than marriage. I want to, your future expectation and experiences. 3 statements in each of these categories. I was, I am, I believe, I want to. Let's get going. Let's get going. Fisayo, how many persons do we have online? 3. Who and who? Who and who? I was an identity created by your past stories and your past experiences. I am how you perceive yourself. What you have always said you are, negative, positive. I believe, statements, beliefs that you make. I believe that money is the root of all evil. Write it down. I want to what? Your future expectation or your experiences. Write down 3 statements each in each of those categories. Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. We have how many minutes more? Okay, we have 2 minutes more to be able to finish that. So let's get going. Let's get going. I was an identity created by your past story or past experiences. I am how I perceive myself, the story I tell myself. I believe the beliefs and the philosophy that drive my life. I want to. My expectation, my future experience. I was I was I was I was was. Okay. All right. Okay. So, volunteers now. I was, I am, I believe, I want to. So, volunteers. Anyone? Just one each.
Okay, number one, I used to suffer this
Just I was.
inferiority complex.
Okay, I was good. I am.
Okay, always positive now.
I am positive. I believe that.
I believe in the possibility now.
I believe all things are possible. I want to.
So many, but I want to experience greater opportunity.
I want to experience greater opportunities. I was.
I was intimidated, inferior, and satisfied.
I am.
I'm elegant, like unstoppable. I believe I'm excellent. Relax to light others. I'm a wonder.
I want to.
I want to manifest who I am. I want to experience satisfaction and fulfillment.
Realize that I am is how I perceive myself now. Nobody is asking you to fit it. I hope it's understood. Good. GT, I was. Is that what you wrote? Good. I am. I believe that I want to. I want to. Or you are not there yet. Okay. It's all right. Kesari. I was. I was unpleasant to be. I am pessimistic. I believe that Christianity should be lived on earth and not involved in anything secular, and yet you are looking for money. And you want money to follow you.
I want to buy cars.
And you want to buy a car. It's not possible. Yes, I want to be more optimistic. Mrs. Olorun Toba, I was a jack of all trades and master of all. I am a blessing to my generation. I believe that hard work pays. I want to become a boss of my own, not a car. It's all right. Yes, fine. I was slow, behind, dumb. I am fast now. I believe that I can make it. I want to. You will notice that this identity can affect this identity. This identity can affect this identity. This identity can affect this identity. Because what you wear can so much infringe on your present that your present becomes swallowed up and it becomes who you are now. And who you are now is as a result of what you believe, the statements that you make. Mr. Lauren Toba said, I believe that hard work pays. So any work that is not hard doesn't pay. And those who believe that hard work pays actually find it difficult to receive favors. Favors don't easily come to them because if they are to receive anything, they must work hard. Underline hard. And so when things are easy, they refuse to believe that it is real or it is true. Say, no, the guy wants to scam me. I beg, he wants to scam me. It's too real to be true. Say, I beg. I don't pass this level where they scam. Talk another thing. Really? Bill Gates, then the world's richest man. I think he's number 3 now. Then, that's 5 or 7 years ago, the world's richest man. He was on a TV show. And after he was interviewed by the television host, the lady said to him, do you have anything to say? And he says to the lady, ask for anything that you want. And the lady said, from who? He said, from me. Ask for anything that you want. And the lady played around it and just left. And he reached out into his suit and brought out an empty check that he had signed. That whatever amount that lady asks for, or whatever it will cost to meet her request, he was ready to put it in there. He had signed the check already. And the woman was dumbfounded. She felt a little bit taken aback. As we say, how can I just, on live TV, will I not look like a beggar? You don't have the money. And yet you don't have it. Beg it. I always say to people jokingly, don't ask me to ask, because I know how to ask. Don't just make the mistake to ask me to ask. Because, yes, Pastor, what do you want? I know what to ask. I'm not ashamed about it. I wasn't the one who asked you to ask me. I will tell you exactly. I don't think about it because I know what my needs are. Right on the spur of the moment, I will tell you. Belief. Belief also is what drives our expectations for the future. So identity is the quality, the belief, the personality trait, the appearance, expressions that characterize a person. And so that's why we can say somebody is pessimistic. Because each time he expresses himself, it is in what? negative language. No matter how bright the sky will be, where a pessimistic person is, he or she will start showing you little clouds that are gathering, that it will soon rain. So, and identity is how we define ourselves. It's how we define ourselves. And what we believe we can achieve. So who you say you are is actually who you are. And no one can change that about you. They told Simba, you are the Lion King. He said, no, I'm not. I'm not the king. He told the father, he said, no, I don't have the capacity to act like you, to be like you. I don't have it. And he said, it is in you. I can't do it, Simba said. I won't be able, Simba said. But the father said, take a look in the mirror. Right when he saw. And finally, they asked him the question, who are you? And he said first, the I am. I am who? Simba. Son of who? Mufasa. The past. I am Simba. Present. Son of Mufasa. The past. And then he came into what he believed. Identity. It shapes everything about you. Identity serves as a self-regulatory structure. And so that helps to provide you meaning, direction, and a sense of control. When we were growing up, I don't know how rampant it is these days. When we were growing up, if you are going to somebody's house, your parents will call you before you leave and say, remember whose child you are. Just remember whose child you are. That already was self-regulation. So, when you get to that place and children are struggling for rice, remember whose child you are. When you get to, and children are misbehaving, remember whose child you are. There is an identity regulating your conduct, regulating your life. Identity has the capacity to do that. So when you say, I am Christian, you are already giving yourself what? An identity. And that identity places a regulation around your life. There are things you can't do. Since you say, I am what? Christian. Nobody forced you to say it. Nobody asked you to identify yourself that way. But once you say that's your identity, immediately there is a self-regulatory structure created. Again, identity acts as your behavioral compass. What to, what not to. So, let's get to know ourselves. How many of us performed our 3 tests? How many of us? Let me see. Let me see. Raise your hand if you carried out the 3 tests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. So, Mary. Oh. All right. In the personality test, what were you categorized as? You didn't do that one. You chose what to do. Choices. Choices. Okay. Foluke, the personality test. IS what? ISFJ. Wow. I think I'm not surprised studying you from afar. Okay. What does ISFJ stand for? Introverted, sensing, feeling, and judging. What was yours? You didn't do that. You didn't do that. That's okay. Kesri, good. INT. Seriously? I'm not surprised. Yes? Introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. Yes, who else? Yes, Godwin. ENFJ, extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. INTJ, introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. There are so many judges in this place. Mina, ES, I'm not surprised. Extroverted, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. Wow. Okay. In order not to miss out on anybody, yes, sir. We'll just go row by row. ISFJ. Foluka, is that yours? Wow. Yes, on this row? Yes, Clinton? EFP. So, you are the same with me now. Yes? GT, what's yours? ENFJ. What a combination. Extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And I'm not surprised. Emily?
INFJ.
Wow. INFJ. Introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. I'm not surprised. Who else on this row? Yes? ISFJ. Does that look like Foluke? Wow. And two of you bear very similar characteristics. All these Osaiwa children, you didn't do the... okay. I will minus 10,000 from your Christmas allowances. Just know that your Christmas allowances have reduced by 10,000 naira. Edith.
Yes, sir.
INFJ. Introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. Justy?
ISFJ.
Who is another ISFJ here? Right. Similar. I'm building the web now. Chigos, yeah? INTJ. Introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. Georgias. For all of you belong to the state of Georgia. Yes, fine.
ENTJ.
ENTJ. Wow. Extroverted. All right. Yes, still on this row. Benjamin. IN. For look at. Does that look like yours? I know. I said, does it look like? You are ISFJ, and he is IN. So what's the difference there? When we want to solve issues for married people, this is one thing we ask them to do first. To now know why they are having issues with their personalities. Because your personality drives your action and your activity. Did you do the assignment? No. Did you do the assignment? No. All right. Edward, did you do the assignment? You are trying to do it. All right. So let's brainstorm now. When you did this, what popped up? What surprised you? What interested you? What intrigued you? Yes? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, Jite.
I try to relate it with the personality. You know, this something like this in our house church. And I noticed I scored very high in health. And the same thing with this one. So I sat down and for a long time I was like, I'm sorry. They're asking you a question. And the next thing your son took my phone and said, all these people now which they're not they lie, they just know, they just know. So for a long time, I kept brooding over this thing. Is this reason who I am? And I was like, how Papa take people know self? When you say me will do this test. Even till now, things still like this.
When I did my tests, I paid $35 to be able to do that test for the very first time. And so they sent me a whole booklet where they pieced it all together. Because I am, my personality type, I think we are just about 1% in the world. Yeah. And we are introverted, but have extroverted characteristics. So people don't know where to place us. We are 1% in the world. That helped me for the very first time to understand myself. And now to begin to accept myself the way I am. There was no need to quarrel myself anymore. And saying to myself, you are very complex. No. I accepted myself that way. That changed my self-courage. So I'm glad that that has helped you. Because if you are truthful to yourself, it will actually bring out the right result. You were shocked. I like that word. Did you read the little analysis? I'm not surprised that I'm a coach, I'm a pastor, because that is what my category does best. We are good in this thing I do. So you see that your personality has a lot to do with your career. Yeah. Because certain personalities are just good for certain career. Yes, who else? You were shocked, you were carried? Yes.
Well, apart from being shocked.
Oh, you were shocked too?
Yes, but it cleared my, because I've been seeing these things at times I ask myself, am I this? Am I this? By the time I saw that was wrong. So you mean all this self-doubt was cleared. It's not like where do I now major on in these areas that I can function. So it cleared my mind.
Beautiful. Any other? Yes, Kesiri. Then Edith. The way to analyze the career. Exactly.
I studied engineering and he said engineering was among my career path.
It took, that's what, these people, this is what they have done all their lives. Before they put that together, I think that research took about 35 years stretch. They kept on perfecting it until they got to that point. Yes, Edith.
For me, will I say I was shocked? Not really. But if it said describe myself before this test, I could easily say I was an extrovert. But I sat down with my children, okay, and
You are not.
when they were while I was answering the questions,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Mommy, you're only comfortable with people you like and people you easily flow with.
Right.
When you enter another setting,
Yeah.
you just keep quiet like you can't talk." I'm like, "Man, I know me like this." And so that it brought me to the point where I actually now know who I am. So that kind of personality trait. And I read the explanations.
Right.
It tallied so well. So I'm glad that even if I read it on the teacher,
So were you in the wrong profession? Yeah. She's a lawyer, but she doesn't look like she can talk.
I don't look like that.
All right. So let's look at the core strength test. The core strength test. How many of us did that? It didn't open in yours. It didn't open in yours. It does open. What of the big 5 personality test? How many of us did that? Good. So, Mina, what did that show you? Okay? Okay, let me allow you to dig it out. Who is ready? Yes, Benjamin. Huh? I didn't hear you. Ocean. Yours is ocean. What does it stand for? Extraversion. Take note of that. Is the percentage? I know. How many was your percentage? 71. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow. So, anyone that is 70, and that is 50 and above, which ones are 50 and above? Only extraversion that is less than 50. So that's the one you have to work on. Yes.
My openness is 44%. My conscientiousness is 42%. Extraversion 52%. Agreeableness 73%.
Wow.
Then neuroticism 58%.
Wow. 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 Okay. Ifeanyi.
Openness 92%.
Mm-hmm.
Conscientiousness 83. Extraversion 85. Agreeableness 67. And eroticism 12.5.
That's serious. Yeah. Yes, Edith.
For me, openness is 67%.
You scored higher than that, too. Yeah, you shouldn't score high in that. Yes.
Conscientiousness 87.5.
Okay.
Extraversion 54.
Okay.
Agreeableness 100.
Mm.
Criticism 42%.
That's okay. Who else? Yes, I'll come to you then.
Openness 71%. Conscientiousness 52%. Extraversion 40%. Agreeableness 77%. Neuroticism 44%.
Okay. Yes, Kesiri.
The openness, 56%.
You scored too high in that too. You were even surprised, is that not?
Correct. The conscientiousness, 62.5.
Okay.
Extraversion, 25. Agreeableness, 44.
Okay.
Neuroticism, 77.
Wow. You're really high in neuroticism. Oh. Are you sure? You scored too high in that. 67.
Extraversion 62.5%. Agreeableness 96%.
Agreeableness 19%. 96. All right?
Openness 56%. Conscientiousness 58%. Extraversion 79%.
Okay.
Agreeableness 56%. Neuroticism 77%.
All right. Did you read what each of those terms stand for? Huh? Did you read up what it stands for? Anybody? You said? No, I mean you just Googling what that word means. Yes. Yes. Good. So go ahead and ask yourself, what does this word mean? It is important. It will help you to know where to go. Now, most of you said the core strength didn't open. Huh? It opened. Please, this is the big banger. This, the core strength test. It will bring out your 5 core strength and it will help you to understand it. So please, it opened in yours. So what are your strengths? Seriously. Say that again. Coach, self-deliverer, strategist, and problem solver. Edith.
He gave me deliverer, empathizer, optimist, problem solver, timekeeper.
I agree. Just like, I agree. Yes, Kesiri.
Analyst,
Analyst. Before Uncle.
timekeeper, deliverer, strategist, and philosopher.
Beautiful.
Winner, storyteller, thinker, problem solver.
Storyteller. Really? We share that in common. Yes, Godwin.
Problem solver, peacekeeper, timekeeper, deliverer.
Problem solver, peacekeeper. Yeah, I agree. Yes, Mrs. Ayado. Empathizer. That's okay. So if you didn't do this, please do it. All right. What was it that jumped at you, shocked you, or whatever when you did the core strength test? Yes.
I began to realize the way of believing in life. And my children, they were looking at me, Daddy, no wonder we don't see you around.
Yeah.
Away from the house.
They said openness.
Openness. How many percent?
Openness is about
83.
then
Conscientiousness, 100%.
Then
Extraversion,
is 83%.
83%.
Agreeableness, we have 92%.
Okay.
And
Neuroticism,
we have 67%.
so read up what each of those words stand for. It will help you a lot. Now, fine, what jumped at you in this core strength test when you did yours? You are still on it.
But when I scored low on the neuroticism test, because the other ones were high, 92, 83, 80 something, 60 something, then I got 12.5 in the neuroticism.
You need to ask yourself, what is neuroticism?
I had to check and I
What does it mean?
someone that has a neurotic condition.
You see what we are talking about? What is emulsification of fat? It's the process whereby fats are emulsified.
Personality traits that is characterized by emotional instability, irritability.
That's actually what neuroticism is. So when you score low in it, it is positive and not negative. When it is across the line, you just have to watch it and try to bring it down because it shows you have emotional instability. You are irritable. How many percent did you score in that? Oh, I'm waiting. 62. You scored low in that. You had 77. You had 21. That's low. So that's why I said read up what each of the words mean. It will help you know why you scored high there and what to do about it. All right. Right. About your person. All right. Okay, so any question about, we have helped you to build a personality profile. When we do a personality build masterclass, which we run, I'll come to you, Uch. There are about, and I want you to listen to me, there are about 26 tests. 26 tests that you can carry out to help you totally master who you are. But you have taken the most basic and the most fundamental ones. And I will say to you, congratulations. Uch? Okay. IN. Seriously? Introverted? Intuitive? Feeling? Feeling and what? And judging. And very correct. Ashim. ISFP. Introverted, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. That's why you can't stay in one place. ISFP. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah, your sensing is higher, definitely. What's the percentage? 34. Sensing 1. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So give me the name of the person. Huh? Ibukun? All right. INFJ. Intuitive. Introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. There are so many people here who belong to the state of Georgia. Yes, Pastor. INFJ. Introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. Beautiful. So, what has this personality test profile done for you as a person? Anybody? What has it done for you as a person? Yes, Benjamin. It's good to know what you have the capacity to do, so that when you are in an environment where you need to conquer that, to be able to get the best, you are able to conquer it. So don't say when you have an opportunity, the reason I didn't talk, I'm an introvert. No. Knowing that certain demands that you become extroverted, you now walk yourself out of your introverted nature to be able to get the goal. That is why you must know that you have the capacity for this. And don't allow it to limit you anymore. Knowing this is in me, this is what I have the capacity to manifest, but it must not stop me. There are people who say, the reason, I'm an extrovert now, I talk anyhow, I feel it, I talk. Because you know that. And that this setting does not need talkativeness. I should do what? Shut up. And tell myself, you see here when I go today, I must do what? I must see my mouth. All right. So, let's go on break for 5 minutes. Let's go on break for 5 minutes so that we can shake up our body. Let's run. Let's go further in expanding our identity. Create an avatar. Create an avatar. Create an avatar. You can't achieve any big goal if you remain the person that you are. You just have to change the person you are into the person you desire to be. When we talk about an avatar is an image or a representation of the person who achieves what you want to achieve. That's an avatar. When we teach entrepreneurs on how to create products, we ask them to create an avatar, someone who fits into the product that they are selling so that they will know who their customer is or who to market to. So create an avatar. Who is this person? Who represents what you want to achieve? The question then that comes is, the person who achieves the goal you want to achieve, who does the person associate with? Where does the person go? What does the person eat? What does the person believe? What is that person's type of routine? It's important. Everybody has an idea of who the best footballer is in the world. Choices. I made my choice a long time ago, and it's CR7.
Yes, sir.
And why did I make my choice? It is based on his work ethics. Why he was in Manchester United and everywhere he has ever been, he is the first to come to the training ground and the last to leave. Work ethics. As old as he is till today, 30 what? 30 what? Almost 39. CR7 doesn't taste alcohol. He doesn't smoke. So if you want to be CR7, if he is the representation of the footballer you want to be, you just have to do what he does to take you to where he is, because that's where you want to be. So if I may ask you, who is your avatar? Who is your avatar? Have you studied your avatar to know? So, here comes the question. Give me the name of a person who represents who you desire to be or has achieved what you want to achieve. Pastor, give me the name of the person.
Actually, it's Catherine Kuhlman.
Catherine Kuhlman. Can you fast for 108 days?
I tried once, I couldn't.
And you want to be Catherine Kuhlman? Can you live without getting married? You can. And you are willing to do that? To be Catherine Kuhlman? Can you live alone in seclusion for days? And you want to be Catherine Kuhlman? Can you afford to sacrifice everything that has to do with life and living? You like fashion. That side hard.
That's I have to work.
That side hard. Thank you. Yes, who else? Benjamin, who is your avatar? Professor who? Where does he stay?
He's a researcher. He's a university staff from limited staff. He's hardly in the country. He's a PhD multinational researcher.
Good. That's the person you want to be. Tell me 2, 3, or 4 things he does that you have seen. Lifestyle.
There are some lifestyles that I don't like about him. I want to be on the side of him.
And that's the point. You see, your avatar must be the complete representation of who you want to be. I mean, complete. And it is important. Your avatar must be the complete. Look at what we said. An image or representation of a person who achieves what you want. His characteristics, his habits, his behavior, his thought pattern, his lifestyle. Your avatar. And you can always find that avatar because they exist. Exactly. You have to research on some. Yes. You must know the person. Yeah.
No, when I say I used to follow Apostle Joshua Selma. So when you were asking my sister,
Can you stay without getting married?
so I needed to start changing my mind. So I love his teaching and his charismatic gift. But that issue of I'm already married now.
Are you the one that is choosing a girl for him?
Robert, I said he was not interested in that again. That everybody's worried about his marital life. He's not worried about it.
So find your avatar.
Just fitness.
Create your avatar. The reason is because what you see is a great motivation to who you become. So always put that avatar before you. Yes. Yes. The avatar must be a person. Yes. Because you are a person. Huh? A movie character. Okay. So you have gone into the world of fiction.
Yes, but it's realism is not a superhero like that. It's not a Superman. He embodies my core values.
He embodies your core values. Is he real? Is he real? No, he is real in the world of fiction. But is he real in the human world? Because you are human, you are living. And you are not operating in the movie world where everything appears to be perfect. Everything choreographed. And you can find a living avatar if you decide to research. So find one and create one. Again, use the RIR formula. Use the RIR formula. The first R means repetition and proximity. I means immersive training. And the last R means reconditioning programming. Repetition and proximity. It is easy for you to become what you want to become when you find someone who wants to become that. And so you can journey together. Listen. Don't embark on a journey with someone who is not going to the same destination with you. Else, you may be stranded, frustrated on the road, or you take another route entirely. So as you think of your goal in 2024, ask yourself, who is it that is going in my direction? And then, if they are not going, drop them. Find someone going in your direction so that you can do things together. It is easier to achieve certain goals in a community than when you are alone. Find someone so that you can practice your goals, discuss your goals, make your plans together. You will be able to enrich one another. So that will take building a community or joining a community. You discover that those who want to overcome drinking, alcoholism, join, I think they call it Alcoholics Anonymous. Yes. That's the way to be able to overcome it. Those who are going on the same journey with you, find them, follow them, let them follow you. So that you can do the same thing in proximity. It becomes easier with them and before them to be able to achieve it. Furthermore, immerse yourself in training. Massive training. Invest money in training. Training that will help you achieve the goal. I was making a joke with my director of programs and logistics, Amy, before class started in my office. And I said to her, or she said to me, I think there were about or over 70 persons who registered for the program because we called it free. But immediately we said you will pay 2,000 naira for your workbook. Over 49 did not care to be a part of it anymore. Just 2,000 naira. For the workbook that is yours, not mine. Just 2,000 naira. I paid 285,000 naira to join a master class to learn how to sell a product. Yes. 285,000 naira. That's what I paid. I paid 235,000 naira to join another class to be able to know how to do something. I can go on and on and on and on and on. A massive training. I paid 1,050,000 naira or 1,150,000 naira for a 3 or 4 days program on leadership. Yes, it's 3 or 4 days. My wife paid 550,000 naira for a teaching master class of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we flew to New York for her to be able to attend the master class because it was at Columbia University. So, accommodation was there, feeding was there, flight ticket was there. Just one master class called The Future of Learning, which has revolutionized the way she teaches and interacts with her students today. A massive training. So important. Listen, there are people who have become blessed with the knowledge to help you to become what you want to be. And except you make yourself available, you won't gain the knowledge. The truth remains that most of the things you will need for your life, you won't get them for free. You have to pay for them. Exactly. I like that word, heavily. You have to pay for them. So learn how to invest money in yourself. I have learned that a long time ago, so I don't look back when it comes to investing in me. Get yourself immersed in training. Attend conferences. Go for workshops. Let me ask you, in your chosen area of career, how many of you attended at least 3 conferences in 2023 in your chosen area of career? Only 3. How many of you attended at least 3 conferences? So we are talking about. Travel. Get yourself in a hotel. There was a program I wanted to attend. It's near Desaya's Leadership Boot Camp. But before I could get myself in order, the slot had closed. Guess what? It's 2.5 million naira for 3 days program. And someone may ask, that money don't buy cow. It's not a question of levels. It is what you think is important to you. There are some people now that, you see what I talked about? 2,000 naira made them not to attend a free master class. And I told you, when I offered this class last year, I offered it at a paltry sum of 25,000 naira. It was online, and people joined all over the world. Just 25,000 naira. Just. Some people have said to me, say your programs are too costly. And I asked, how much? 25,000? And I laugh. I laugh. I ran a master class in Port Harcourt, which I do, for a group of persons, 2 days. When we finished that master class, so I asked them, if you were to have paid for it, can you please rate how much it is? They all agreed that the least from what they got, it will be worth a minimum of 575,000 naira. But we gave it out for 15,000 naira. Immersive training. What was it that drove me to Harvard University? It was that I didn't feel my leadership was right. I didn't feel I was leading well. And I needed a place of authority. And so I enrolled in Harvard Kennedy School of Government. The very first day in class, my problem started. The very first day in class, my problem started. When Martin Linsky, our lecturer, Jewish American, said, the problem of leadership is not the led, it's the leader. And I'm like, no, now, you can't say that. It is the led that is the problem. And then he said, if the leader has reached a point within his mind where he has classed and categorized the led, he leads them according to the labels he has placed on them. True or false? Is that not what we leaders do? And so every day in class, I will be crying. My colleague, Pamela. We call her Pam. Pam will put her hands on my shoulder and said, no, they can't pronounce my name Chicago, so they call me Chicago. so, so, so Pam will say, Chicago, it's okay. It's okay. Stop crying. I said, no, I should cry. I said, because I have been my worst enemy without knowing it. I thought it was the people, but actually I was. I thought I was doing well. Give me 5. I thought I was doing well. Until I saw that I wasn't, in fact, I'm not due not to talk of well. So immerse yourself in training, and finally, engage in reconditioning programming, which means find programs that will help you with therapy. You need it. Everyone once in a while should go for therapy. And any program that provides such grants for therapy one of my programs I run, which provides a grant point of therapy a lot, is my signature program, E.M.A.C. Emotional Mapping and Mastery Course, E.M.A.C. It's one of the best things that has happened to me as a person. Because that's one thing I used over and over again on myself before I was able to put them together after so many years. So, whatever will help you for healing, please engage in it. So, as we close this session, expand your identity. Don't keep it locked up anymore. According to Tony Robbins, consistency means when you do it twice, it is repetition. Do it a few times, it becomes a behavior. Do it multiple times, it becomes a habit. Do it for a year, it becomes a lifestyle. So it is not what we do once in a while that shapes our life. It is what we do consistently, always. It's not enough to say, I attended the L.E.A.P masterclass. No. Download the skills and put them to work every day. Use the tools every day. Once you use the tools every day, consistently, you will be able to achieve the goal that you have set or that you will set for yourself. Thank you. Any question?
Sir, when it comes to trying to, what is the term now? The person you want to be, is it possible to, yes, is it possible to collect from here, and it's like, I'm trying to be a part of you, I'm trying to be a part of my senior pastor, maybe some other person outside the office. Is it possible?
Well, at the end, you would have not created someone. You have not created someone. Yeah.
Because the reason is that I love these prophetic ministry and also like teaching ministry.
That you like prophetic doesn't mean you are a prophet. And you can't be. Because it is not what you are carved out to be. So stay on your lane. Stay in your office. Find someone who fits into your office. And just stay with the person. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Because a prophet can never be a teacher. They don't have patience to teach. Share they hear them. Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's take it this way then. To help Benjamin. You can create, in quote, several avatars. I like his career, and I like what he pursues in his career, and I take that. I like what he does in his marriage, and I take that. That's my avatar for marriage. I like what he does in his Christian life, and I take that as my avatar for my Christian pursuit. So you don't have actually several avatars. The avatar depends on that area of life you are pursuing. So we don't call them several. We don't call them several. Because you are not pursuing everything at the same time. But that avatar fits into something. You can't have an avatar that fits into two offices because those two offices don't agree. You are either a prophet or a teacher. You are an evangelist, an apostle, or a pastor. You can't be the two. It's not possible. Any other question? Okay, so thank you. We'll go and break for 15 minutes. We'll be back 12:30. We'll take that question at that time. All right. So see you shortly. So we've come to our last segment, and we'll do all we can to get ourselves to the point where we want to be. So we are in our vision and goal strategy system. This is the session where, having talked about beliefs, emotions, personality, this is now the session to be able to put our vision and our goals into writing so that we can drive ourselves to the right destination that we actually desire for our lives. All right. What is a vision? What do you define or describe as a vision? A vision is your ability to imagine. It's your ability to imagine and think of the future with insight. Vision refers to the purpose that a person has and knowing how to achieve it. We call that also as vision. A vision is a clear, personal interest. A vision is personal. It integrates your interests, abilities, values, personalities, skills, and stages of development. So when I say I have a vision, it means I have a mental image of my future. I have a mental image of where I am going to and where I am driving to. For those who drive, each time you set out from your house to where you are going to, you already have a mental image of where you are going to. So that describes the road or the route you decide to get to your place. That is a vision. Without that mental map, without that mental image, it may be very difficult for you to get to your destination and get there on time. So, vision is the ability to imagine and think of your future with insight. Let's marry that with a goal. Let's marry that with a goal. What's a goal? A goal refers to your specific aims or desired results. A vision is a mental image of an imagined future. A goal is a specific aim or a desired result. It is a milestone you have created, steps you have created to achieve your dream. So, while vision has to do with imagining, goals have to do with planning. So, your vision has to do with imagining, insight about a desired future. Your goal is a specific aim, a specific result, what you put in place to make that vision possible. Am I making sense? So, your goal and your vision have to agree for you to have the best of results. So, for 2024, what are your goals? Because a goal is a target. Why are you having these goals? Why? What's the reason that is driving it? Again, why do you value the goals? Why do you value it? Why is it that these are your goals in the midst of every other thing? That makes it quite critical. So let me repeat. Your vision is the ability to imagine and think of your future with insight. Your goal is the specific aim or the desired result you want to achieve. And your goals are milestones that you have created to achieve a vision. Your goals are milestone steps you have created to achieve a vision. So, your vision for 2024 is to live a good life. Is that not? So your goal will be, what do I need to live that good life? Do you get that now?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear enough?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, why do we need a vision? What's the importance of having a vision? What's the importance? Motivation. A vision motivates you. It drives you. Again, you need a vision for decision making. What should I do? What should I not do? Where should I go? Where should I not go? You need a vision for long-term planning. I didn't say short-term, but what? Long-term planning. Because a vision is about a future, not about now. And vision helps you for greater harmony in life. The word is harmony. I often hear people say that they do things they do to create a balance in their lives. Is that not? So I hear people saying, I don't have balance in life, so I want to be able to create balance. Balance is an illusion. You can never achieve balance in life. Never. Underline that word, never. It is an illusion. I hear people say, work-life balance. How many of you have ever heard that? And so every year it is in their goal to achieve a work-life what? Balance. It is inachievable. It's not doable at all. Rather, what you should seek to achieve is counterbalance. Counterbalance. And what is counterbalance? Counterbalance means here is my work and here is my family. My family knows that this time of work needs me and they wait. And so I give my attention to my work. I'm able to achieve it, then I focus now on my family. So the ability to switch from work to family, that is what? Counterbalance. And that is what is achievable. So never you try to achieve a work-life balance. It is never possible. You can never balance it. So counterbalance is what we refer to as harmony. Watch it. That's why I love the orchestra. Everyone brings in a sound, but the sounds are not at the same level. But it creates what? Harmony. That harmony is what we enjoy. But if you want to take the pieces one by one, forget it. But once it comes together in unison, it creates that joyful sound that we dance to and so on. So vision helps you to create greater harmony in your life. Then why set a goal? If vision is your ability to imagine a future, and your goal are the milestones, the step to achieve that future, why then set a goal? For awareness. Because A goal you did not set is a goal you will never achieve. So set it. I hear people sometimes say, why set a goal when you know at the end of the day you feel not achieving? Set it. At least you are aware that this is the goal I set for myself. Because that awareness is important, helping you know that this is what I created, because this is what I want to achieve. Again, a goal inspires you. Inspires you. Inspiration is a drive. Inspiration is a passion. Listen. There are goals that you see that you get excited even when it has not been achieved. You are just happy that you are able to set it. Goals empower you. And empowerment is important. It fills you with life. That look, this thing, I must do it. Goals. Another importance of goals is that they teach you life lessons. They teach you life lessons. And what do I mean by that? It will take sacrifice. It will take cooperation. It will take certain other things to be able to achieve the goal. That's where the lesson is. It may take talking to someone, life lessons. But above all, another importance of goal is for accountability. Accountability. So at the end of the day, you are able to take stock. What did I achieve in 2024? What did I achieve in 2023? Why was I able to achieve it? Why was I able not to achieve it? How many of you set a goal of buying a car this year? Can I see your hand? You set a goal of buying a car. Good. So let me take my pastor. You set a goal of buying a car, is that not? Did you have a job? That, then the answer is yes. Yes, you had a job. Good. You had a job, is that not? All right. The income you get from that job every month, can it buy a tire? It could buy a tire. Good. If the tire is below 100, 100 what? 100K. Good. If you put the entire income for the month together, for the 12 months of 2023, will it be able to buy a car? Yet you set the goal to buy the car. The next question is, the car you wanted to buy, how much was it? It's not home. The price is not home. How much is the price of the car you wanted to buy in 20? No, you want to buy. We are still in 2023. The car you want to buy in 2023, how much was the price? Yes, the price was. So 800,000. Now, if you save all through the year to buy the car, how much will you have? So at the end of the year, you have 600,000, and the car is 800,000. The balance 200,000, where will it come from? Sometimes you take a loan. You add the loan to what you have to buy the car. Good. I like that plan. So you take a loan of 200,000, add it to your 600,000 and you buy the car. What is the purpose of the car?
First, for my wife's business, so at least for taking all the materials to place or working places and all that. Because I tag it as a business van. That was my.
Oh, you are calling it car. You are calling it van.
Because a business van, I actually call it attack as a business van. Because it was actually for business.
So, will the business be able to maintain the car? Very well. Will the car be able to pay back the 200,000 naira loan?
Yes.
How?
For every carnival, every job, there must be a payment for each of we equate the payments of if we are to rent a van from somewhere else, we have to
That is, whatever it can carry,
there must be a payment for it.
there must be a payment for it. That is equivalent to when you hire a car to be able to carry that. Good. This is where I'm going to. Who will you be accountable to for the payment of that money? Will you be accountable to your wife, or your wife will be accountable to you? Your wife will be accountable to you. And you are sure it will work out like that. It's okay. It may end up as pillow talk. And the money for the payment of the car enters voicemail. Thank you. So that's where accountability is very important. You put someone in charge, or somebody you assign concerning that. Else, certain goals will never be achieved. Never. Never. I always give an example of myself. Whenever I want to achieve any financial goal, I speak with my daughter, Uvie. And all I do is simple. I channel my resources to her. It's my money. But the truth is that she can't release it except I tell her what I want to do. And the money wouldn't come to me. She's very bad in that. She will send the money to the place, not to me. It's my money, oh. Papa, you say, okay. Okay. Let the bricklayer send me his account. I said, no, give me, let me. He said, no. Tell the bricklayer to send me the account. How many blocks are we molding? I will tell her. She'll send the money. Make sure it is done. That's how I achieve my goals. Not a third person. Somebody who you are accountable to, who has authority over you, or you have ceded authority to that person. Very important. Otherwise, the goal will just end up as a wish.
The one that happened 2 years ago.
Yes.
You were setting a goal for a car or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was when I learned this one.
Exactly.
So, but no, what you did was that the person you trusted, you have power over that person.
Yeah.
And it's not good for you to put your money in place that is bigger than you.
Yes, that is where so that the person will not
You will
that
ask
person
Calabash on your head.
look somewhere.
Like that lady now, last 2 years when you needed that car, you said you wanted to buy, I think a photo or something, or
Yeah.
you thought was
Definitely.
you were just putting the money there.
The truth is that even if the person has power over you, but it's the person that is trustworthy. Because trust is the issue here. Whether the person is junior to you or senior to you, trust is the main issue. Is the currency in accountability. Trust. Trust. Yes, junior can also play games. And we have seen it repeatedly. And junior may even be worse. You say, you don't get, you know where to, this small one. And before you know him, he go announce you. Shame no go even let you talk and come out. Exactly. So, so let's move on. Steps to effective vision and goals settings. What are the steps to effective vision and goals setting? What are the steps for the goals we want to achieve? What are some of the steps? All right. So, take this out. Take this out. Your goal setting steps. Take it out. Take this out. Take this out. So, question one, I just want you to take one area of your life. What were your goals for last year? I just want you to write down one, just for now. What were your goals last year? Write down just one. Last year, 2022. We are in 2023 now. Okay. Maybe it has become too far now. Okay. What were your goals in 2023? What were your goals? You may wish to write down two. Write down two. One that was accomplished, one that was not accomplished. That's what I'm saying, write two. Okay. It's just at the back. So write down two goals, one that you accomplished, one that you did not accomplish. Mina, thank you for being my adopted secretary. So what were your goals 2023? One that was accomplished, one that was not accomplished. Okay. Number two, write down the one that was accomplished and write down the one that was not accomplished. Write down the one that was accomplished. It's right there to your right, and to your left, the one that was not accomplished. Okay, let's move on. Number three, what things worked out well this year, this 2023? What was it that worked out well? Out of those 12 critical areas of your life, which one area worked out well for you in 2023? What was it that worked out well in 2023? What was it that worked out well for you in 2023? Yes, maybe outside or within. It can be any. So what was it, or what is it that has worked out well for you this year? You may choose to write down anything that you choose. Okay. What you did not accomplish, why did you not? Can you write down why you were not able to accomplish that goal? Can you write down why you were not able to accomplish that goal? That goal that you wrote down that you didn't accomplish. Write down why you were not able to accomplish it. All right. So jump from how can you overcome it to 5. What do you want to achieve in 2024? Just write down one thing you want to achieve in 2024. Okay, let's write down 3. Write down 3 things you want to achieve in 2024. 3. 3 things you want to achieve in 2024. Three things you want to achieve in 2024. Okay. Keep that paper now aside. We will soon get back to it. We'll soon get back to it. So, some people live their lives without a guide. They are just adrift in the world. For you to set your goals and be able to accomplish it, you must live your life consciously. The first thing you have to do, carve out your word for the year. Carve out your word for the year. This is where the divine becomes important. Carve out your word for the year. Be able to ask God, what is the word you are giving to me for 2024? What's the word? Let God back up your life with a promise. So carve out a word for your year. Several times, our pastors help us to carve out a word for our year. And so, we call them themes. Is that not? For the year. The truth is that for some of us, we don't even remember what it is. That is our church's watchword for the year. We don't remember. True or false? For some of us, our pastors even help us to design and carve out affirmations to back up the words, but we don't remember. We don't even remember what the affirmation is because we don't affirm it. If you can't ask God for a word, take the word that God has given to your pastor and run with that word. It is important. When it occurred to me in Covenant Life Baptist Church that 4th October 2024, the covenant place will be 50 years old. Several things began to run through my mind about a year of jubilee. And so I got to Leviticus 25 to read so much about the year of jubilee. And as I read so much about the year of jubilee, what I saw was beyond jubilee. I saw a year filled with flourishing, gates broken, people released from slavery, celebration, people possessing their properties that they have lost, things growing back again, they eating food where they not cook. You find it in Leviticus 25. Immediately green, the color green, was what was in my heart. Then Psalm 92, 12 to 14 became planted in my heart. When I now realize that a man I respect so much, Bishop David Oyedepo, has declared 2024 as the year to flourish in hard times, immediately I keyed my word into it. And it became for me my season to flourish. And the word is important because the divine has the ability to arrange and orchestrate your year. Horses are prepared for battle, but victory belongs to who? So carve out a word for your year. Listen, let it not just be on church sticker. Let it stick into your life. If I ask some of you who are my church members what the Bible passage is for our team of 2023, some of you can't remember. Not to talk of asking you to quote the Bible passage. Can't remember. How then can it activate in your life? Because you had no vision of what it is. Immediately I settled for this. So I sent this to Captain. I have a boy called Captain. He's in Frank Okbarume's church. He's very good in graphics. Captain told me that he just wants to serve me with his graphic skills. So I sent it to Captain. Captain is in Yola now. So I said, this is what I have in my mind. I think this was about 9 or 10 p.m. So I sent it to Captain and I said, this is what is in my mind. Can you please create something for me? So by the next day, he sent this back to me. So I said, how were you able to read my mind? So I stayed with it. My season to do what? To flourish. That's the word. Green. 2024, the color is green. The color is green. So the divine, never take away the divine. Never. Never. So on New Year's Eve, if your church holds a New Year's Eve service, when your pastor will make that prophetic declaration, don't just see it as a ritual. It's a prophetic release that will help your goals to fall into shape. So that any goal I set for myself will come under this prophetic banner of flourishing. So, carve out your word for what? For the year. I said you do what? Carve out your word for what? For the year. All right. Set out what you want as intentions. What you want, set them out as what? As intentions. So like we said yesterday, let it be a mixture of play. A mixture of play. This year, 2024, I'll for Lyco. Might just the cruise. Which car, sir?